What's up, guys? Lou here from Inglorious Paintball, coming at you to do an unboxing video of this marker sitting right in front of me here. Just to do a little background on the marker in front of me. So, for those of you who probably know, for those of you who don't know, this story is especially for you. So, Bob Long sold his company to Field 1 Paintball. Field 1 Paintball is currently operating, obviously out of Bob's rebranding, I should say. During that time, HK Army bought the rights to the Victory platform, which included the VCOM body style, the V2 Victory T-Rex, and the Ripper platform. So that will kind of give you just like a general overview that HK Army owns the rights to the Victory line, and Field 1 bought out Bob Long and the G6R technology, the MVP technology, and then, rebranding it and moving forward with the Force, which is hopefully coming out soon under their name. But the marker I have in front of me here is none other than the HK Army Ripper Victory. HK Army teamed up with Field 1 Paintball, kind of a collaborative on this one, to do a commemorative farewell on the Ripper platform. They made 200 of them, kind of sunset the body style and the marker itself. Without further ado, let's get into this. So here you see that it has a nice hard shell case. It really reminds me of a Lux Ice case, if you're familiar with those. Nice and durable. Definitely going to keep your marker safe and protected. It's got the carry handle here, dual zippers, HK logo, and then you can see VCOM kind of etched into the body here. This VCOM kind of leads me to believe that these cases were originally for the VCOM markers that they came out with, and they were just putting the Rippers in these. Maybe they made new molds on the inside, but the cases themselves were for the VCOM body style. I'll get into that as we get into the marker. But let's open this bad boy up, take a look at what's included. So, turn this on its side here. So I'm actually going to get rid of my team banner because the marker colors kind of clash a little bit. Alright, so here we have the inside of the Victory, the Ripper Vic here, and what's included from HK and the packaging. So you see here you get a HK barrel stock. I got the American flag one. I'm sure they're including different HK Army patterns and variations of barrel condoms, but so this is the one that I received, which I really like. Then they're including this, which is really cool. So this is a Ripper plaque. It's aluminum. It says authentic Ripper HK Army. Mine's number 69 of 200. So it's nice that these are serialized, and the serial number is written right down here, so you know which one you have. I think that's really cool because only the Reptile was serialized from Bob Long. None of his other markers had serial numbers to them, so it's nice that these plaques show you which number Ripper you have coming to you. And then inside the case you get 3 barrel backs, barrel tip, and then some extras here, which I'll go into right now. Before I get into these, I want to note that my Ripper is a custom anodized Galaxy. The base colorways are dust black, gloss black, red, blue, like a slate gray, graphite type color, and then I know they made a couple silver colorways as well. But these were not sold unless you were getting an A&S exclusive. Mine was not an A&S exclusive. My body was redone by Precision Color Techniques and Shawn Hughes. I'll leave a link in my description to take a look at his Facebook page because he did a really great job on this Dust Galaxy. But anyway, let's get into some of the other goodies that are included. This nice zipper pouch you get an O-ring rebuild kit here, which is nice. It looks like plenty of O-rings, and let's see what else. It looks like trigger springs, some additional screws. Nice O-ring package. Kind of reminds me of Planet Eclipse O-ring packaging, how they have the numbers labeled on them. I think that's really cool. So that's nice to have. You get the Victory pressure tester. These are really great because it just gives you a much better way and an easier way to dial in your marker. Since these have a high pressure regulator and a low pressure regulator, once you start breaking the gun in more, you can actually adjust the pressures lower as you put some cases through the marker, just to give it that optimal shot quality. So it's nice that the pressure tester is included. And then you get an HK Army branded Allen key set. So for those of you guys who are familiar with Bob Longs, and I've been around Bob Long markers for quite a few years now, this packaging is not something we're used to, right? It used to be a cardboard box, the marker, and the barrels. I mean, you really weren't getting the spare parts. You weren't getting the pressure tester with the Victories. You weren't getting the spare parts or the pressure tester. You weren't getting Allen keys. I think the first marker where we saw some Allen keys, some lube, and a little spare parts kit was the Reptile. Everything else was either just a one-piece barrel or a two-piece barrel with one back or a two-piece barrel with two backs. So this is definitely different for a lot of the older guys who are shooting Bobs. But you get a standard Bob Long barrel kit, so you get a 679 bore, you get a 685 barrel back, and you get a 691. So 3 good sizes for, you know, all recreational and tournament play. Most people don't use stock barrels nowadays anyway, but it's always nice to have that. You have always nice to have a small barrel back, a general barrel back, and then a larger barrel back if the paint's swelling, if it's hot. And then you, of course, you get the Bob Long barrel tip, and as I mentioned, mine was a Galaxy. It's like a purple, blue, black, pink Galaxy colorway. So with that, let's go to this side. Before I get into the Ripper, you also get some HK Army bolt grease. I'm 99% sure this is Dow 33 because you don't really use Dow 55 on Bob Long markers anymore. Maybe just to swell the outer can O-rings, but usually you can tell if it's Dow 55 if it smells like mint or menthol, but I think this is just a thicker Dow 33 base lubricant. And then of course you have the marker itself. So what I meant by me thinking that these were originally for the VCOM is because it's very snug in here, but when you lay it down in the imprint, it doesn't actually just sit flush in it. You have to maneuver it, push it back a little bit, push it down. So I like the fact that it fits snug, but I don't think this foam was actually cut for the Ripper. I think it was cut for the VCOM body, but nonetheless it is snug in there. It's not going to fall out and roll around. Let's move this case off to the side. Give you a minute to take a look at just how beautiful that marker is. But anyway, let's get into it. So here is the Ripper. As mentioned, it is a Galaxy anodized marker done by Precision Color Techniques. Shawn Hughes, like I said, I'll leave a link in my description to his Facebook page so you can check him out. Get a quote if you're looking at to get a marker anodized. He does really good work. He's done a couple other markers for me. He's done a couple for my team. The team that I play on, Inglorious Paintball, I know he's done a bunch of markers for them as well. But for those of you who are familiar with the Ripper, you know that it has just really nice milling cuts. You can see the milling cuts here in the back. It's coming stock with a VIS engine. So that's one thing to note, that the original Ripper VIS that came out came with the VIS engine and the VCOM engine. Pretty sure the VCOM engine is now discontinued, so these markers are only coming with the VIS engine. VIS engine, for those of you who don't know, is an inline poppet. It's a little snappier, a little poppier of a shot, a little louder than the VCOM engine or a general spool would be. But they shoot really well, especially when you start to break them in and you can start lowering your operating pressures. These turn into a really smooth and a super efficient bolt platform, and they're relatively easy to maintain, especially with this coming with an O-ring kit. It's really not hard to replace the O-rings that are a part of this bolt assembly. So let's put this back in. But like I said, quick out the back. You just pull up, pull out the back. It's really nice and easy. It comes with the S-Class trigger that has a trigger spring behind it, which makes it just very light and responsive. I know you can get magnets, like a critical magnet set, that'll make this actually even snappier, which is really nice. I really like the critical magnet upgrade, but the trigger spring works perfectly fine. The main differences that you're going to note from the original Rippers to the HK Rippers is the feed neck. So these feed necks have a thumb wheel, and not only that, the body where the feed neck slips onto, so this piece right here, this little collar, actually has a lip on it now. The original Bob Longs, and this goes for any Bob Long marker, did not have a lip underneath this feed neck, so the feed neck would just sit right on here, flush onto this, and you would tighten it down from a set screw at the bottom here. So if you were making a hard dive into the snake or into your bunker, with the weight of your hopper, these sometimes fell off. So with the lip integrated onto the body now, you're not going to have that issue, which I think is really, really nice. You get the 6.2 software HK board in here, which gives you all of the updated tournament programs, so you can set it to whatever tournament settings if you're playing in the NXL, or just your general settings if you're just playing recreational paintball. Those are the biggest differences in terms of the differences between an older Ripper VIS versus the HK Ripper. You still get, like I said, the amazing milling. Really just like a very responsive trigger. The cam drive ASA is probably one of my favorite ASAs ever. It works well with all tank regulators, whether it be pin or ball valve, like the V2 Ninjas. LPR and HPR, so it's a very tunable marker, super comfy rubber grips, clamping feed neck with your thumb wheel. This is capable to take the 4C, either laser eyes or regular 4C eyes that you can get in other Bob markers in the Victory line. This, I don't know if it's all, but mine came with the black screen bezel, which I really liked. It's just a really sharp looking gun. I think Shawn did a really great job with the anodizing. It's very clean. I love the dust to gloss look. I honestly couldn't be happier with this pickup. I'm going to set this down. I'll grab barrel on the tip and I'll put it together so you can see how it looks all together here. And there it is. The HK Army Ripper VIS with the VIS engine. All the goodies that are included: the case, your spare parts, your pressure tester, Allen keys, a barrel sock, some lube. You get that plaque, which is really nice to see what number Ripper you have out of the 200 serialized number series that they made. 4-piece barrel kit, 3 backs and 1 tip. I think this marker is absolutely fantastic. I think you won't be disappointed if you go and pick one up. They're just super fun to shoot, responsive, snappy, efficient, reliable. I've had no issues with the VIS engine in the past. I think you guys be generally happy if you picked one up. Appreciate you guys tuning in, and I hope you enjoyed the HK Army Ripper VIS. Thanks for watching.